You do not need a lot of money to start investing. You just need to start. When I first started investing, I didn't have, let me fix this up. When I first started investing, I personally didn't even have that much money. And I think a lot of times people think that you need $1 million to start. And to be honest, that's just not the truth. And my story never changed. When I first started investing, I met this white man and he was just like, hey, dude, he just told me about the stock market, right? And personally, let me just brighten this up a little bit. And personally, I didn't know nothing about the damn stock market. He just said, just invest in VU, look it up. I kind of did my research, but I didn't do my research. And he was just like, yo, you need to invest in VU. And I'm like, VU? He said, yes. And that's pretty much raising my eyes so a little bit, guys. I felt like it was a little too dark. There we go, maybe better. Just a little bit better. I didn't know what VU was, but I just was like, no problem. Almost left this on top of the car. Cause I'm probably gonna be vlogging today, working my side hustle. And I'm probably gonna get some window shots as I'm driving. And I actually got my camera bag with me today, so it's kind of hard holding this camera plus trying to mount this. It's hard as hell. I actually might have to hang this up. Give me 1 second, I'll be back, guys. So we got it mounted up over there. Normally when I'm probably driving a little bit later, I have some shots actually recording me, but I will be actually driving. So, and I actually have bring too much camera equipment with me today. But just in case if we see something while we board, I got one prime lens right here. 7/8. This was the first prime lens I actually bought. I got my A7 III. Actually, and then I have, if I'm gonna take maybe 4 photos right today, I'm gonna do, what is this, 55 to 210. Got some batteries, ND filters, you need ND filters. And of course, I'm gonna walk with the Sigma 24-70. So I didn't walk with much camera gear today because I don't plan on taking pictures or anything, but again, you just never know. So before I actually leave or whatnot, I actually normally, let me just fix this ND filter. Kind of a little bright out there, but before I actually leave, I am about to test my oil. This car, Chevy Equinox, it has a bad problem with oil coming out very frequently. I'll be bad pronouncing certain words, so we're gonna check that out, make sure it's good. So let's go see. I'll pop this hood, right, turn this thing. Sheesh. At least this one I could just pop it up, but well, I'm gonna have to put this down a little bit. So let me check this oil. This is the dipstick right here. Right now it's showing that I got oil. I'm gonna dip it back in there one more time. And perfect, it's all in there. Don't need to put no oil, but I've been driving a lot lately. We took our son to the aquarium. Oh, I definitely need a better tripod. We took our son to the aquarium yesterday, so I just gotta keep on double checking on this, what I wanna say, this oil, and make sure everything is good. I'm sorry you see me messing with the ND filters, because I'm not gonna edit this video. This is gonna be unedited. But today we're gonna be talking about just starting investing. No matter where you are in your life, you just gotta start. I think everybody feel like you need millions and millions of dollars, but really and truly, you really don't. You can just start with $5. And I have Robinhood. A lot of people don't like Robinhood, but I feel like for the newer investors, it's a lot easier to understand. And I think Robinhood is actually perfect, and just in my opinion. There's also Vanguard, which I also have. I have Vanguard. I have Voya with my job. There's so much. There's Fidelity. It's so much other brokerage account that you could just start. And again, you don't need $1 million to start. Just start with just $5. You can get fractional of shares. So let's go, guys. So before I usually start my day, I usually go get Dunkin'. Right now it's 7:39 a.m. I'm just gonna do a few hours. I would say anywhere from, usually I used to start at 7, but having a family, it's like you're never on time anymore. You understand, if that make any sense? So whatever time I start and end, I typically try to stay up at least, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 hours. Nothing crazy. I'm not doing like 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. No, I don't do that. So just a short period of time. So I'll probably stay out here till my goal is really to make $75. If you've seen in my past videos, I don't really, whatever I make, I'm grateful for at the end of the day. I'm grateful for. Cool. Just want to make sure I'm not too dark. So whatever I make, I'm grateful for. But I typically try to make $75. And I don't know how it sounds because I have my AC on in here, and I also has this Rode Micro 2. This is my first time actually using it inside of the car. So hopefully it sounds pretty good. Hopefully I don't have to tweak the noise once I play back the videos. Not sure, but we about to get some Dunkin'. Because I cannot start my day without having something to eat. I need something in my stomach to eat. I was going to make this vlog about 5 minutes, but to be honest, I think this vlog is going to go over 5 minutes because I'm actually showing you what I'm going through without my day, even though we are going to be talking about just starting investing. So as I said before I started the video, I learned how to invest by, I met this older gentleman, Caucasian white guy, and he was telling me, hey, do you invest? And I said no. He said, hey, just start small and just look into VOO. And ever since then, I just been investing in VOO. I wish I never sold some of my shares. That's some of the mistakes I made in the past, but I sold some just to probably buy a house or something like that or whatever. But what the VOO prices are right now, oh my gosh, it's almost 707. I think when I seen it last night, and I think when I first bought into it, it could have probably been like $200 or $300. So tell people, just start. You don't have to have millions and millions of dollars. You know, a lot of times, especially in my culture, we are not learned to invest. It's like a blinded topic. Nobody really talks about that. So I try to tell people, just start, no matter where you are in your investment journey. I think you should definitely just start. Yeah, there's a lot of people at Dunkin' today. Holy snap. There's a lot of people here. I know, I was about to say, I know this is a new Dunkin' in this area. Somebody's out here about to start panhandling. Crazy. Let me order my Dunkin'. Let me see if my camera's on. All right, there we go.
Hi, good morning. How can I help you?
Hi, good morning. Could I get a light cream cheese on cinnamon raisin bagel, toasted? But can you make the bread soft? Last time I got it was like super hard. I don't know. It was kind of. And then I'll do a medium sun zest with
And you said diet was it?
Yes, just a little bit, please. Yes, one liquid sugar pump with that. Thank you.
8:30.
All right, thank you. I don't know why the outside looks so damn bright and it's not. I don't know if I gotta mess with my ISO or what for that. And I'm already recording, so I'm probably not gonna just stop it, but it is what it is. I'll be confused. There you go. So super, there we go. A little bit better. Thank you. So we got our sunsets. This is how I start my day. But I actually gotta, after I get my sandwich, I gotta come right back because I gotta call my mom right before she heads to work. She might just be already at work, to be honest. I'm not sure. So I'm going to give my mom a quick call very shortly just to make sure she is good. I don't like how this is exposing. Look a little dark, but look better with the background noise. It looks a little bit better. But again, I'm not gonna edit it. This is gonna be raw. So whatever I produce, look, this is already at 6 minutes. Whatever I produce is just gonna be going out regardless. Now, I think I actually might have to cut some of it. Maybe all the pauses between, I might just edit some of that out, but so I can shorten the video and not make it super long. But we will see. I'm not 100% sure. So thank you. So let's see if they did not mess up this time. These mofos, new location. Y'all shouldn't be messing up. It feels nice and warm. Good. This is it. All right, guys. Well, I'll be right back. Let me give my mom a quick call. Make sure she's okay. Mother's boy and father's boy, both. So I called my mom. She's good. She's heading to work. Called my dad. Bagel was almost done. It was actually really good this time. And while coming to the area, I actually got my first order at Manhattan Bagel. The shit is good. He did a good job. But as I was saying, at the end of the day, I think, and also I'm on Amazon right now because I actually want to buy another small rig tripod selfie stick. I have two, but I don't really like it as much. So this one I'm looking at is about like 22 bucks, and I get it today between 5 and 10. So I'm actually gonna buy that today. I actually have a credit, $21. So I'm gonna use the credit. I should still have this credit. I used it unless my wife ended up using my credit because I'm not seeing the credit on here. That's weird. So I'm not seeing the credit on here. So it's weird. She must have used it and probably did not realize that it's cool. After hit up, yo, use my credit, you won't realize. Alright, so I'm gonna just pay for this now. I get it later on today. It's extra $3 just to get it today. Or I could wait and it'll be free, but it's cool. I could use it today. That's that. I'm probably even feeling got face. I'm probably like, this dude didn't even ask if we want any. I'm sorry, guys. No harm, no foul. You know, I don't mean it that way. So I just ordered that. I'm gonna pick this order up. And they breakfast when I'm picking this up. That's actually real good. So now back to investing, right? I think, I ain't gonna lie. If you just watch Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, RP to Charlie Munger, if you just listen to them, I don't know, man. I feel like their life is boring. But they know you really gotta stay in this game to be disciplined. I seen some returns that I was like, damn, I didn't even think your money actually grows. But it really does. The problem is they are not teaching these things in school. And maybe you may get a professor or teacher that might say something about it, right? But they are not going to, I guess, I don't know. Maybe the school system, they probably not allowed to talk about it. I don't know. But one thing I always tell people, rich people want you to know the knowledge. It's just, when you start making money, you have to be disciplined. I think sometimes you are not disciplined. They're just, oh, I made 100,000, whatever, and they ready to blow it. You gotta, no, don't rush. If you can't manage $1,000, you ain't gonna be able to manage 10,000. If you can't manage 10,000, definitely can't manage 6 figures, 100K. And that's what I tell people all the time. Take your time. We well past 10K in retirements and stuff, right? But to be honest, it doesn't matter how much we have. It could be $2, 100K, 3 million, 5 million. It does not matter. Because what I realize in this world, you're gonna always want more and more. So you just gotta be happy and happy with what you have, if that makes sense. You know, to always feel like, yo, we need, but sometimes we really don't. You know, you need to be happy with what you have. I think if you're happy with what you have, that will go a very, very way. So you don't need $1 million, you know, found out what my FU number was, and it was no way close to $1 million. So, you know, I'll be happy with what you have. Hold on, guys. Let me go get this food. I'll be right back in here. So we're back. They actually eat something healthy. Shout out to them. Some fruits and plain bagel cream cheese, okay? So I'm the only one that like plain bagels with cream cheese? I'm not the only one. Let's get it. Alright, this is the GPS on. Make sure I know where I'm going. Make sure look at all cameras, not just, you know. So this video is gonna go over 5 minutes. To be honest, I thought it wasn't. I'm gonna make this video so long, but I'm gonna edit it, but I'm gonna put it into CapCut Pro where I just like the pauses, cuts out the pauses, and it just gets to like when is this? This is gonna sound like a street clean. Like sometimes I have a video that I record for like 20 minutes, but then when I put it to cut up like I forgot transcripts or whatever, the video would end up turning into like 8 whatever. And 20 is a recording, which that is amazing actually, if you ask me. But in the day, guys, what I'm saying is, I think you should just start. I don't like what I'm gonna tell you. This is a real story. At work, right? I told this person, I said, hey, just start investing, right? It could be $1 a day if you can. Let's just say $5. You know, they're gonna say, oh, I can't do that, but you buy coffee every single day. So to me, I think people's priorities are all messed up, right? Because people are going to buy what they want, you know. And not gonna, you have the right to buy what you want, but don't rob your future self because don't. All right, I'll let them go. But don't rob your future self for temporary, if that makes sense. Telling you, sometimes you think that you need some of these things and you really and truly really don't. So I don't know, that's how I look at certain things. Like, yeah. So don't rob your future self is all I can say. If you can work till 70, 80 years old still, by all means go for it. I know I'm not doing that, but yeah. So just try to tell people all the time, like, yeah, I can't do that. But at the end of the day, I think you should just start no matter where you are in your life. We spend money on, I don't want to say dumb stuff, but we spend money on stuff that's not bringing fulfillment or joyness to us anyway, right? So if we can spend money, and this light right here is making my skin look popping. It's good. But if we spend money on things that's not improving our life, like shoes, we spend $300, $400, $500 on shoes or a shirt, anything like that, and you telling me you can't put $1 away for your future? Like, just imagine that $1 is gonna turn into $20. You understand? Just by touching it, let the compound do the heavy lifting. And I think you sometimes, and when you first start investing, to be honest, it feel like, damn, I was only made $10. You know, gotta remember that's $10 that you didn't work for. You get what I'm saying? And I think if you look at things in that type of perspective, imagine you're not trading your time for money, but somebody is paying you consistency, because your money just reinvesting the compound, the time in the market. Don't try to time the market, but having time in the market beats timing the market. I just try to tell people, man, you learn from the pros. They know what they're doing, and history repeats itself. I think there is going to be another crash or another correction in the stock market. I feel like right now it's all-time high. But should you be scared to invest? No, because you might miss the trade. Right now they say, okay, you see stock right now that's $1,000, but you're like, man, nah, I'm gonna wait 5 more years. Now imagine that stock is 2,000. You missed the wave. You just missed the roller coaster. You should have just did it. It's just me too. I'd be like, nah, that thing's too damn high. Like, I don't know. Like, times the NVIDIA was up and down. I'm like, I jumped on that. SpaceX, which I jumped on it when it was like at 109. Then it went to like 131. Even me, and I've been investing for a couple of years now, I still, same thing. I'm starting to realize is at the end of the day, it's stuff is the fear of missing out, or some be like, I don't know if this is gonna go up, or you used to lose money. I said fear, to be honest. You put money in something and you lose. But again, if you're looking at these things long term, you're gonna be fine. Trust me. You just have to just start and just not be scared, if that makes sense. Be scared. I can't tell nobody what to do and how to invest their money, but one thing I could say is you're not gonna regret it. You're not gonna regret it. I think you should possibly do it though. 100. And I wish that I started sooner. I wish that I learned more about leveraging debt, learning how to leverage debt, because debt is not bad, to be honest. If you can borrow money at 100,000 at a 2% compared to borrowing 100,000 at 20%, there's a big difference. And if you know how to invest it correctly or put it into something that's going to produce you more money, these are things that they don't teach us, or you have to learn on your own. And that's why I always said from my 30s to my 40s is going to be the next 10 years is going to be very crucial, because I went to that 6-figure mark. I want to be disciplined. I want my kids to have the knowledge, and I want them to have the knowledge. I don't even care about the money. Money is a tool to, a little bit of temporary freedom and stuff like that. But it's a tool. It doesn't make you more happier. And I think a lot of people get that miscued. They think money makes them happy. Money is temporary happiness, in my opinion. And a lot of people may not agree with me on that, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Give you more options that the average person cannot do. But we need it to survive. We do need it. Bills. We need money, and inflation is about 2 to 3% every year. So if inflation is high and they just print money over and over, you have to put into something to grow and to beat inflation. So imagine you getting 10 to 20% or 11 or 12% return on your money. Again, that's the money you did not work for. But some people may be like, oh yeah, but not enough. Okay, but go work for $10, $20 an hour, right? And look how much hours it take you to do that. And not when you do an 8 or 10 or 12 hour shift, they tax that. So all that money's not even yours to begin with. So, what I always try to tell people is not wrong with a 9 to 5. I love my 9 to 5. Would I want to be there forever? Maybe not. But, work for myself, still building our business and empire, because I know there's more to life. And I feel like if you just be stuck in one mindset, you have to just keep on going. No matter where you are in the world, and you just have to keep on going. Again, no matter where you are. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Life is short. The thing that you are putting off, just do it. I remember when I first started YouTube years ago and I stopped. I was like, damn, I should have just kept going. Or the risk that I was scared to almost buy my second house. Would never do that again. If I want it, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So stop putting off the thing that you really want to do that might make you the happiest. And waiting on the sideline might be the riskiest thing that you could possibly ever do. It's your boy, Mr. Smith. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please subscribe and leave a comment below. Y'all have a wonderful day. And I'm sorry I keep looking down because I'm looking at the GPS. Normally I just have the GPS up here, but stop putting it off what you really want to do and just go after it. It's your boy, Mr. Smith. Invest in yourself. Peace.